Greetings, peace and blessings. Welcome to the spiritual experience. We are all on our own journey called life. I'll be your host, helping to navigate you through these challenging times. Know that we are all spiritual beings here on the human experience, meaning we're here to learn, to evolve to the highest versions of ourselves while raising our vibration and creating a better quality of life. Let's see what's on today's prayer card. The Lord curse is on the house of the wicked, but he will bless the home of the righteous. Psalms 3:33, 3 and 3 being 6 plus 3 being 9. So we are completing our cycles that no longer serve us while creating space for things that resonate with our soul. I know that's right. All right. But before we jump into anything else, I want to take a moment and honor the divine with a protection prayer. I want to take a moment and honor the divine, the highest of white light. Please send your protection while I channel this energy. And if any negative energy tries to come my way, please transmute into peace, love, power, and light. And let all evil eyes go blind and monitoring spirits go deaf. While I open my heart, mind, and spirit to the divine. Divine spirit, I'm willing to learn and be teachable while transcending my energy into peace, love, power, and light. And may that be so in the name of Jesus. Amen. Now let's see what's going on in divine energy, war, spirit, please, and thank you. And remember, y'all, my videos are timeless. They are meant for you whenever you see them. And use your own discernment when viewing my messages. And if you want to donate to the platform, feel free. All my information is in the description. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all my viewers, members, and subscribers. I deeply appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning into my channel so I can give you this message straight from the Divine Energy World Grid. All right, y'all. Now you know I enjoy keeping you informed. So let's see what universal insights the universe have for us today, collective. All right. So we have 3 and 3, which is 6, plus 2, which is 8, plus 1, which is 9, plus 1 is 10. So we are definitely completing our cycle, completing our old patterns, releasing generational curses that no longer serves us, so that way we could be generational curse breakers, okay? And the houses that we're working on, let me write that down, 10. So we have 9 and 10, y'all. Okay. And the houses that we're working on today, we have house 10, 11, 2, 9, 6, and 7, okay? And the zodiac signs, we have Scorpio, Sagittarius, Virgo, Leo, Capricorn, and Libra. All right. And the planets that we're working on today, collective, is Neptune, Uranus, Mercury, the Moon, Mars, no, not Mars, Venus, and South Node. So we definitely are closing out some old cycles, old karmic situations, because we have to go through stuff to get the stuff. And our past is where we learn the lessons that we want to apply for our future or to our present. So that way we can start working towards our future and our potential. All right. Now let's see what message we're going to get out the secret garden later on in this experience, y'all. Okay, so we have 6 and 3, which is 9. Okay. Plus 2 and 4, 13. Okay, so we release one no longer serves us. So we're going to have message number 1 and message number 3, y'all. 13, it's a spiritual awakening, putting death to situations that no longer serve us. So basically from the numbers that I'm gathering today, y'all, we have 9, 10, and 13. It's all about releasing what no longer serves us, closing out old cycles that's not aligned with our soul purpose and the design that the divine has set forth for us on our soul's journey, and creating that space needed for the things that resonate with our soul that the divine wants to bring into our life, okay? So this is off to an interesting start, y'all. And remember, y'all, flip gender roles as needed, okay? Now, I pre-shuffled my cards before I came on camera. So I'm just going to give it like a little shuffle. Okay, well, it wasn't really a shuffle. Okay. Yeah, because having us stamped the blueprint. Okay, so having stamped the... And, oh, wow. Okay, so having stamped the blueprint, and this karmic collective wanted to trick the collective, the divine collective, out of their spot. on how they handle and turn a flying monkey. Checkmate, game over. Turning card. Okay. Before we go any further. So the blueprint was already stamped. The divine done stamped the blueprint on this new vision, new creation, new revelations, new way of life. But the karmic collective, they wanted to trick the divine collective, the blueprint, out of their spot. I'm feeling they didn't feel like the divine collective deserved to be the blueprint. So they wanted to be the blueprint instead. And how they handled this situation, it wasn't aligned with the design of the divine. So the Lord's curse will fall on the house of the wicked. Because these flying monkeys, they turned against the divine collective. And when you turn against the divine collective, someone that the divine has stamped the blueprint on, the curse of the Lord will fall upon your house and your foundation. And that's why it's game over. Checkmate. Because how they handled the situation with these flying monkeys, it didn't work out for them. And now the situation is turning cold. And they're in this running chasing mode, these flying monkeys. Whoever sent them to attack the divine collective, to get tricked the divine collective out their spot, it didn't work out in their favor. We're not taking all these cards, Spirit. It didn't work out in their favor. They being checkmated. Yeah. Because the pain is either going to be poison or medicine. So instead of them turning their pain into their medicine, they chose to turn cold and turn it into poison and trick the divine collective out of their spot. And that's why they being cursed. But some people, they chose to turn their pain into healing, into medicine. And that's why the community is healing at this time. It's going through a form of growth. So the community is waking up. And they're seeing, if it ain't beneficial, then it's artificial. I know that's right. So a lot of people is turning their pain into medicine at this time. And they finding the lesson in what the universe is showing them in this situation. Because you're a different breed of specimen. People are realizing, the community is realizing that the divine collective is the blueprint that heaven stamped, which is a different breed of specimen. And how these flying monkeys attempted to handle the divine collective and trick the divine collective out the divine collective's spot, his or her spot, it didn't go in their favor. Instead, they're being homeschooled and cursed for being wicked. Because they seeing that the divine collective was a different breed of specimen. And they could try all this runner chaser positions all they want to, but the divine will bless the home of the righteous. It's only right, y'all. It's only right. Alright, let's get a little more information in this situation. Okay. Yeah, so now this karmic collective is in despair. These flying monkeys, because they couldn't trick the divine collective out their spot. They've been checkmated by their own poison. Tell me more, Spirit, please, and thank you. Yeah. They were expecting a great fortune. Tell me about this great fortune they was expecting, Spirit. That got them in despair. Yeah, a wealthy man. He in his thoughts. Because he couldn't trick the blueprint out of their spot. And 13 is our secret garden number. So maybe he was, what I'm feeling, he was one of the things that had to be released out of the collective life in order for the collective to continue to move forward. Maybe this wealthy man sent his flying monkey to trick the divine collective out their spot. And And the community is seeing how this man handled this situation with the blueprint. And now the situation is turning cold. And this man is being checkmated. Because they seeing if it ain't beneficial, it's artificial. So this man had to be artificial. He sending his flying monkeys to attack the blueprint. Tell me more. And he will be cursed for being wicked. Because he ain't righteous yet. There's a change coming. There is a change coming. And that's a 9. That prayer card number is a 9. And this is 16, so that's divine intervention. He is in his thoughts because he knows that there's a change coming. And he's been checkmated. And he attempted to send his flying monkeys to trick the divine collective out their spot. And now the situation is turning cold because the community is healing. And he's been checkmated on how he handled the situation. Divine wasn't playing. Now he's going to learn the lessons that the divine been attempting to show him. Because the divine will only bless the righteous. Tell me more about this great fortune, Spirit. Yeah, a message is coming about this great fortune. Tell me more. And a gift. Maybe this wealthy man used his gifts to cause harm to the great fortune of the divine collector. And he's receiving a message about that. That's why he in his thoughts about it, because there's a change. And he took some money to use his gifts to trick the divine collective out their spot by sending his flying monkeys. So he paid people, flying monkeys, to trick the divine collective either out of a gift or out of a great fortune. And he's receiving a message about this because there's a change coming. Tell me more, Spirit, please. Thank you on how he handled the situation. Yeah, a change to work. So whatever work he was doing, he could have attempted to stop the divine collective from getting a job, but heaven done stamped the blueprint for this promotion. This blueprint already been stamped by heaven. So he could have wanted, it could have been a job situation that he paid flying monkeys to interrupt the flow of the divine collective, abundance or gifts. And he's receiving a message of it. And that's why first card was despair. He ain't despair about it. He thought he was going to receive sudden wealth, but instead he receiving a message of concern because he been checkmated. The divine ain't playing because the Lord cursed the house of the wicked. So this man had to be a wicked man because there was nothing righteous about him. Attempting to trick the divine collective out of their spot. All right, let's get a little more information in this situation. All those cards just fell. So now you feeling trapped. Okay, excuse me, y'all. My cards just fell. Okay. Yeah. They were in organized crime with dark forces. They were working with dark forces to trick the divine collective out of their spot, and now they owe a debt to dark forces because they was not able to pull it off. And time's up. They've been checkmated, so time is up. Now the tables are turned, and his situation is running cold because he owed his debt to forces that he called on to help trick the divine collective out of their spot, and they could be running to hidden areas or trying to attempt to hide from this debt. But there's a change coming. And they could have used their partners, their marriage, their partners, or they could attempt to trick somebody out of a wedding. A female energy owes a debt for attempting to trick the divine collective out of their spot, out of a marriage, out of a wedding, out of a partnership. And they wanted to keep this hidden because this was all due to jealousy. And they wanted revenge because the divine collective was the blueprint. And they were mad that how come you are destined for greatness? No. They didn't want to have that, so they want to trick the divine collective out of their spot by sending flying monkeys because they were jealous. It was hidden jealousy and they wanted revenge. So they got paid to stop the divine collective's gifts to a great fortune out of jealousy. And now they owe a debt. They owe a debt to the forces they called upon. And there's a change coming. Tell me more, Spirit, please. Thank you. Yeah, and the community is finding out this information about the kind of work these people did to stop the Divine Collective. So now the community is healing because they understand what's going on about this jealousy, how all this went down. And that's causing growth. And the community see these people attempted to trick the Divine Collective out of their spot by sending these flying monkeys to delay and detour, to cause illusions and delusions, to make be deceiving and make believing. And now they want to cover it up that they tried to bury the Divine Collective. They want to cover up this debt. How they tried to stop the Divine Collective from this great fortune, from the gifts, and they got paid. They used their work, they used their resources out of jealousy to build up this debt, and now they want to cover it up because they attempted to assassinate the Divine Collective's character. Okay? They attempted to assassinate the Divine Collective's character, y'all. Alright. And they see all their attempts, it didn't work because they've been checkmated. The Divine done cursed the wicked because you can't come after the Divine Collective and attempt and think your rituals and spells and things is going to work. No, the Divine ain't having that. That's why all of that backfired and the game is over. So everybody needs to embrace change because the Divine Collective have found courage to continue to move forward. Okay? And Spirit is guiding the situation. The power of your Spirit is always there, quietly supporting you. If you feel lost, take time to listen to your inner voice. Though through meditation and simple outdoor activities can reconnect you with your inner strength. Your collective. So as these people is realizing they're not going to take you off your soul journey, off your path, because you are the blueprint. And your value is being indicated. Your inner value is greater than you realize. Perhaps you've been questioning your worth lately. Focus on affirming your unique qualities daily, and you'll become more confident in your value. Yeah. Divine Collective, Spirit is guiding you and showing you the blueprint. And these people cannot trick you out your spot because you stood your ground. You stood on your soul purpose, on your journey, 10 toes down, and now the Divine is blessing the house of the righteous. And the community is healing and seeing that if it ain't beneficial, it's artificial. And the universe is exposing these karmic collective for how they attempted to trick you out your spot and put other people in your place. And they are racking up on major karmic debt for this, out of this jealousy. And challenges in love are testing you. Are you facing difficulties in relationships? Don't shy away. Face these challenges head on. It will strengthen your bond. So you're strengthening your relationship with the universe at this time by being patient, staying consistent, staying on your path and following the Divine's path he set forth for you. Because just because you were delayed does not mean you're denied. And Spirit will show you to better partnerships, better situations. Because these are lessons that we had to learn. So that way, when the opportunities and possibilities come around for us to step forward, we know how to handle this situation. Because our tools are stronger and strengthened because of these people, how they attacked and attempted to trick us out our spot. So the Divine then checkmated them, game over. Now be ready and willing to move forward into your place, in your position, Divine Collective. And Spirit will guide you. Because the blueprint already been stamped. And these people, they are being brought to the light for trying to cover up and bury the Divine Collective by using their gifts and stealing their great fortune and their partnerships, stealing their opportunities and possibilities that the Divine has set forth for their soul journey, and paying people to do it, sending flying monkeys to distract and delay and detour. All this out of hidden jealousy. But nope, the Divine made the collective with a purpose. And that purpose will persevere. Because your purpose is guiding you forward. Have you been feeling lost? Refocus on what truly matters to you. And pursue the things that bring meaningful fulfillment. Yeah. So stay focused on your essence, your soul purpose, your design, being your most authentic self and being aligned with the Divine. Because the Divine already stamped the blueprint. You official. It's official. So make sure you use your discernment and your boundaries and not let these flying monkeys attempt to trick you out your spot. Because it's over for them. There's a change coming. They've been checkmated. It's a change coming. to your occupation, your partnerships. And you could be receiving a message, because maybe this good fortune is going to the divine collective as a gift for enduring this low vibrational situation of these people attempting to trick you out your spot. Maybe you could be rewarded for being patient and enduring this jealousy and this cover up that wants to bury you. Okay? The divine could be sending you a gift of good fortune for your endurance, for showing you value, educated, for listening to spirit.